Hi, my name is Stephanie Sejano from Sacred Self Healing, and today my daily painting is going to be about meditating. And some people think that meditating means that you have to clear your mind of all thoughts and somehow do something that's not very possible for most human beings. But when I meditate, what I try to do is take those thoughts that come to me, acknowledge them, put them to the side and come back to them after the session. So that's what I'm going to be painting today is me taking my thoughts, putting them in a thought bubble, setting them off to the side, and then promising to come back to them later. So here you can see that I'm sitting on a zafu, ready to meditate. And I have these thought bubbles that are coming my way. These thoughts that are coming my way, I'll show you in a moment. First, I'm going to put my feet. There's my ever-present, big, wholehearted, open heart. And what I'm holding on to is this thought bubble, representative of all the thoughts that come to me while I'm meditating. And the word here is thoughts. Okay, write it sideways. And of course, thought bubbles always come with those three little circles that point them toward the head of the person who's thinking those thoughts. So even those are going to go into this box. And then I'm going to turn it this way just so I can write it well. Wait here. I'll come back to you when I'm done. The reason that I wrote, wait here, I'll come back to you when I'm done, is because I think if I leave a thought unacknowledged, it's going to be persistent and pester me. But if I acknowledge that I am coming back to it, somehow I seem to get more relief from them. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do the erasing of the pencil lines. Just wiping off the eraser dust. If you're a person who's ever experienced acupuncture, you might know that what frequently when you go into an acupuncturist's office, they have a little bin for you to put your shoes in, your shoes and socks and things. And so that's what that little box, this little box right here is like that. There we go. Having trouble finding my way to move it. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my face and hands. Looks like there might have been some leftover purple in that brush. It's making me look like I'm cold in this picture. I could neutralize it probably with a little bit of yellow, but I actually don't mind the look of it. So I'm just going to leave it right there for now. I'm gonna put these up where it's easier for me to reach them. Sometimes when I meditate, I'm able to keep the thoughts at bay, and sometimes when I meditate, I'm not able to keep the thoughts at bay. And so this is a strategy that I use. Like, I don't beat myself up over not being able to keep the thoughts at bay. I just accept that there are some days that are like that. And so then I just have to do the best I can on those days. I think I'm going to make my Zafu pink and orange because pink and orange are the colors of the comfort zone in my comic book. Comfort zone is like the place where, like the environment where I live, and the environment outside the comfort zone, which is like a cute little living room. The area outside of that is called the discomfort zone. And it's a murky gray green, swampy looking place. And recently I did a cool painting about the comfort and discomfort zones. And in the comfort zone, there were things that were not necessarily healthy for me. So I represented it as a little bottle of poison. But they were there because I was used to them. And in the discomfort zone were some healthy things that I wasn't used to, but that I thought might be worth bringing into my comfort zone. So I was venturing forth out of my comfort zone into my discomfort zone to try to go get the healthier things and bring them back into my comfort zone. So that's why I'm making the Zafu pink and orange, because that's the colors of my comfort zone. And when I meditate, sometimes I can be pretty comfortable doing it. Sometimes I'm so comfortable, in fact, that I fall asleep. Anything can happen. I try to be compassionate with myself and not worry about that. If I fall asleep, I needed the rest. And I think probably the key to being successful at meditating is every moment that you get distracted, returning to your breath. And even if in a 5-minute meditation you get distracted 1,000 times, that's 1,000 times you came back to your breath. That's 1,000 times you recognize your distraction and you returned. And I would call that a win. And I even do a kind of meditation that's kind of like a speed meditation, where I can meditate for 2 or 3 minutes. And because I have so little time, I don't find that I have that much time to waste. And so I end up getting right down to business, and I focus better even when I do those slow ones. Well, here's another thing to notice about today's painting. I did not wet my paints in advance. And so my colors are not developing the way that I would want them to. Because they need time to get dissolved in the water in order to make a good intense color. See, that's so much better just from having it wet for a few moments. And inside the box, I'm going to have it darker. Got to keep all the little parts together with the thought bubble so it'll be functional later. Got to keep all its little circles with it. And I think I'm going to make that thought light blue. I'm in a light blue thought mood today. I like the different colors that are coming into this painting today, and I feel like some light blue would be really pretty here. So I'm going to drop some relatively clean water here, wet that, and pull the paint into the middle so that it's darker on the edges and lighter on the inside. Gives it a puffy look. And like a softer edge. Actually, well, I've got the light blue out, and since that's my communication color today, I think I'm just going to make the speech bubble also light blue. Actually, what would be really pretty is if I did the speech bubble in partly in light blue and partly in this lovely lavender color that I have. So I think that's what I'm going to do with the speech bubble. I like the color these two colors make when they overlap. In a moment, you'll get to see it's a lovely vivid blue. And another thing that I'm hoping that you can see after if you've watched a few of these daily painting process videos, is that it's not too hard to do them. I could be finding it to be not too hard because I've done like 583 of them, but it doesn't take too much time and it doesn't take too much precision. Like, I just pick out colors that I think feel pleasing that day. And I just think about something that happened during my day and what I want to portray. I think you can probably do it. I invite you to try. All right, now I'm going to do the purple of my shirt. Actually, I'll do my shoes too. I'll have a good amount of purple. Oops, I got some paint on my chin. Not going to worry about it. It doesn't stop me from telling the story. And this is more about the artwork than the artwork. So I don't worry about little mistakes where I go beyond the lines. And in fact, those are great opportunities for me to practice self-compassion and choose not to beat myself up over the imperfections in a thing. And I think that's why I have a very happy life, because I choose not to beat myself up over things like that. Actually, I try to lead with self-compassion and not beat myself up over anything at all. I don't find that it's helpful. I find that it really stops me from progressing in my evolution. And there's no benefit to it. So why bother doing it? It's wasted energy. I'm starting out that process of making the wash. And I'm going to pick up the teal color. Oh, that's going to look really nice next to the Zafu. That pink and that teal look very pretty together. Color soothes me, so I like to have so much beautiful color around me all the time. You may have noticed in the part of the videos where I'm talking about what I'm going to paint, that I have a beautiful quilt behind me. I made that, I call it my cancer quilt because I made it the last time I had cancer in the year 2000. And I love the colors. It was on my bed for a long time, and then the pandemic happened and we had to be able to be on Zoom, and I had mirrored closet doors in this room that's my office, and they were causing a lot of havoc with the Zoom lighting. So I put that beautiful quilt up there, and now I love to see it all the time when I'm on Zoom. All right, there is the painting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.